an identity character, someone bland and likable that the audience can project themselves onto. An everyman.
You can't write an everyman. You are not an average schlub. You are a schlubby weirdo.
Swaim here. As you know, I only do ads for stuff I have used myself and enjoyed, and these days I don't really go online without my VPN. The VPN encrypts your data so that you can browse privately. And private internet access is the most transparent and secure VPN around. Plus, a VPN allows you to access region-restricted streaming content, and PIA can protect an unlimited number of your devices at once. Like, hey, want to go watch classic Burt Reynolds sitcom Evening Shade on Amazon Prime? If you're in my country, you can't. It's not on there. But if you had the PIA VPN, you could swap to a South Korean connection and watch the show right now on their version of Amazon Prime. So for the best in browser and streaming safety and privacy, check out Private Internet Access. If you click the link in the description right now, you can get 83% off your VPN service and 4 bonus months completely free. That's over at piavpn.com/cracked. It amounts to just $2.03 a month. It's also a great way to show your support for this show. piavpn.com/cracked. Back to the thing.
Get out of my office! If I wanted your opinion, I would have gone back in time and caused it to have been formed.
Time Constable sobs uncontrollably. Then controllably, then he's okay.
I will not get out of your office! I am your office!
Zoom out to reveal the third time clone of Jungle Mike is the office.
How are we? I thought this was a play. Like, how are we gonna zoom out to reveal that he's the office?
Stay on script, please.
I thought that the third time clone of Jungle Mike died when a really big book fell from a high place.
Hey! Hey!
It's really funny though.
Oh yeah, it's super Tim and Eric, like...
It's an Aristotelian tragedy.
Oh, well, you just need, an identity character, someone bland and likable that the audience can project themselves onto. An everyman.
You can't write an everyman. You are not an average schlub. You are a schlubby weirdo.
And you're not very likable.
You live because I allow it.
See?
Okay, well, likable everymen aren't actually that likable anyways. I mean, we're talking about the generic, straight, white male sitcom protagonist.
Are we? Are we talking that?
It's more interesting than this. Like, the rest of these pages are blank.
Writing is hard.
Never break up with a girl on her birthday!
Lily, please, the shirt!
I would like to nominate Eric Forman from that 70s show.
God, you're such a nice guy.
No, I'm not.
I just rewatched it, and he turns the girl next door from an independent feminist.
Eric said the stupid thing about me not working when we're married. Who knows? I might want to go to school back east, or maybe in Paris.
To a battered woman waiting at home to forgive his latest atrocity.
I thought you left for school like 3 hours ago.
I just want to see Eric one last time, Show him that even though he broke up with me, that I'm fine. Oh, he's here! Oh my God, how's my hair?
Wait a minute. You just led the conversation to a topic you already prepared for, didn't you?
I made a spreadsheet. But seriously, guys, in the early seasons, Donna is this late 60s firebrand wearing a bandana in her hair.
You know what? I don't have to explain myself to you.
And then, after 9 years of being jerked around by her boyfriend...
Maybe we shouldn't even be together at all. Is this really what we want?
What?
Donna, I can't be your second choice.
Well, I don't know. We have kind of been drifting this last year.
No. No, not drifting.
Eric said that ever since he left for Africa, he felt like our lives were drifting apart. I love you.
Oh.
I love you.
Yeah, I know.
She tolerates Eric's childish entitlement.
I have to do better than you.
Why?
Because I'm the man, and the man's the man, and that's just the way it is.
All I did was beat you at a few lousy games.
A few? No, 2. Try 2 lousy games, not a few, 2. Good.
His constant pestering for sex.
We should just enjoy the time we have left.
Yeah. I'm all for that.
His friends who he doesn't seem to mind hitting on her.
Donna is with Eric, and then she's mine.
And then she is mine.
I have feelings for you. And
I think that you have feelings for me. Look, we've been friends since kindergarten. No girl's gonna come between us. That's great, man.
And his wandering dingus.
You know that friend my sister brought home from college? I kissed her. I could be with Shelly right now if I wanted to, so why shouldn't I?
All like none of it matters. Like she doesn't have the will to resist. Like she knows that she has no support.
Well, you and Eric are so young. The chances are you're not going to end up together anyway.
All right, Donna, that's it. We gotta figure this out. Because this is just hanging over our heads, like one of those huge, awful hanging things.
Let's not worry about this anymore. Let's go for a drive, okay?
You can really see how unhappy Donna is.
Okay, that could have been a good argument with some specific examples. You just kind of stated your conclusions.
You should see the spreadsheet. It's all on there. Not to mention the time that Eric ditched their wedding.
He said he's really sorry.
He left me the day before our wedding and he's sorry? What?
By the end, Donna is so worn down that Eric runs away to Africa for a year.
I'm not going to Milwaukee.
So where then?
Africa!
Tells her to wait for him, then breaks up with her anyways while he is away, and then comes home and just saunters back into her life after one weak-ass apology.
He's not coming home. Eric broke up with me.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, at least the show calls him on it, though. I mean, Eric is a particularly teenager, but teenagers aren't that hard to find.
In fact, 60% of the show is Red threatening to kick his ass because he's such a dip.
Dumbass.
It's dumbass.
The point is, domestic abuse has been a staple of sitcoms since the honeymoon.
You're gonna do the mambo. You're gonna do the mambo, but it's gonna be in the moon.
All the underlying formulae for these sitcoms are the same. Some beta male adorably stalks a woman who's way out of his league for 7 to 9 years. She gets an incredible opportunity, like a job offer or scholarship that she should totally take, but instead at the last second, they ditch a friend's wedding to French in the rain. See? I know sitcoms. They're stupid.
And don't forget levels of slapstick violence that would destroy any real-world friendship.
Ow!
Ah! Giving. You.
Whoa, I just realized Barney from How I Met Your Mother is just the Todd from Scrubs crossed with Kelso from that 70s show.
Burn!
Hashtag burn. Burn. Sterile high five. Relapse 5.
Goodbye 5.
Almighty 5. Ow. Self 5. What's that? Self 5? Nice.
You guys are derailing my elaborately pre-planned conversation. Obviously, Eric is not the worst, but I'm building something here. The worst
Oh,
is...
and don't forget that the Everyman has to destroy at least one woman's life in his quest to figure himself out.
Destroy, or at least interrupt.
But he feels bad about it, so who's the real victim?
Donna, I'm really sorry. I feel guilty. I'm really sorry. And I feel really bad.
Remember when Elliot from Scrubs appeared for a season and a half on How I Met Your Mother? She was even a med school grad. It was like one of those times JD broke up with her for no reason. She took a trip to New York to get jerked around by Ted Mosby for a while.
I love you.
I love you too.
We need to talk. I love you. I don't want to break up.
You broke up with me.
Yeah. Will you marry me?
Haha! Fun fact, that is far from the only cast-alike among primetime sitcoms with white male protagonists.
Jesus, she loaded the spreadsheets.
Kate Micucci is sex-prized off to Ted at the end of Scrubs, awarded to Raj in The Big Bang Theory, and prevents Marshall and Lily from expediting their marriage license in How I Met Your Mother. Meanwhile, their Ted from Scrubs, a comic book shop owner named Stuart, ends up with Lauren Lapkus, who apparently ejected Miss Micucci from that particular pigeonhole.
No, hey. Now it is a fair debate. My pick, Jim Halpert. Total turd.
Think that'll ever be us?
No.
What is wrong with you? Why did you even bring me here tonight?
I don't know. Let's break up.
Glossing right over his obsession with a series of pranks that endangered the health and sanity of his co-workers Dwight and Andy. Okay, I know, old news, but what I want to focus on is Jim Halpert, quintessential sneaky male.
Ah, you mean a ninja?
No, I mean males in nature who aren't strong enough to win mating rituals, so they rely on manipulation. They did a Futurama on it.
With no hope of defeating the Beachmaster, some so-called sneaky males adopt a risky strategy, attempting to mate with one of his harem while he is asleep or distracted.
Imagine the Jim and Pam relationship from Roy's point of view. Roy, a simple blue-collar worker who's a great guy, except for the first 2 seasons when Jim is trying to put the moves on his lady.
BFD, engaged ain't married.
Huh. And he obviously loves the woman he ends up with.
She's got a way about her.
Yeah, but Roy has anger issues. He takes a swing at Jim at work.
Dude, are you kidding me?
Right! Right!
I'm so sorry, Penny. I'm sorry.
I don't know about you, but if some guy launched an emo campaign to try to steal my woman, I would knock him out too.
If I didn't do certain things without telling Pam, she'd be married to Roy. Do you think Roy's gonna come? Or?
Oh, no, he can't make it.
Oh, okay, cool.
And then, of course, Roy loses his job and Jim gets the girl. Just a random bunch of stuff that happened, or a campaign of manipulation by this guy, Jim. I'll say Jim provoked Roy intentionally in order to steal his girl, using the only means at his disposal, snark and flat hair. Then he treats Pam like crap.
Yes, and always in a way that lets you know, like, he hates that he wasn't a jock in high school.
I don't know if I can.
And is pretty much a secret dictator. He buys a house without telling Pam, uses their savings to pursue his own career dreams, while Pam stays at home with the kid.
I've been putting the kids to bed by myself every night for months.
He cultivates her dependence and then gets pissy when his dreams of doing sports stuff with his idols and bro Daryl gets derailed by that dependence.
I liked our life in Scranton.
It was a little out of left field.
Is it? I'll see you at 8.
All right, love you.
Love you.
Man, and Pam's into it. We gotta have a talk about it, but I think she understands.
I still can't believe he didn't tell me.
This is way more intense than I ever
I'm not
was.
explaining this to you. If that's what you think, then this is a really sad night. But you know what? I gotta go.
Well, at least after he gets the girl, he doesn't just put her right back. See, I think the worst has gotta be JD from Scrubs, especially because the show presents him as a super nice, sensitive guy, mostly through a series of homophobic jokes.
You're a pansy.
She's a precious flower.
You're such a girl.
Nice singlet. Does it come in hetero?
Banana hammock.
So I'm a little homophobic.
But he's not sensitive at all. He makes Carla feel less than for being a nurse, cuts his brother out of his life, and never listens to anyone because he's too busy daydreaming.
You still talking to yourself? I thought you'd outgrow that by now.
Yet by the end of the series, Dr. Cox calls him
damn exceptional person.
Really, Pear? Because all he's done is break up with Elliot over and over again, then change his mind and win her back over and over again, whilst bitching about it the entire time.
Even though she had a boyfriend, I was still crazy about Elliot. It's typical. Elliot's in a relationship, so I can't stop thinking about her.
The only thing that gives me comfort, you guys, is while I'm sitting at home, staring at the ceiling, just wishing that I had someone to talk to.
Banana hammock.
Plus, we get to hear his interior monologue in that show, so we know definitively that he is a coward.
Tell him you think that's stupid. Tell him you need him. Yeah, I feel the same way.
And a liar.
Yes, I do.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
And his indecision essentially means Elliot's life is on hold till the end of the series when he finally pulls his head out of his ass. Which, incidentally, is how Zach Braff gets his hair to do that.
Dear God, Judy, how much product do you use?
Plus, he did put the penny in the door.
Maybe there's a penny stuck in there.
Did you stick a penny in there?
No, I was just making small talk.
Long days are like pancakes.
Admit it's fine. I put a penny in the door. It was 8 years ago.
The guy's first act in the whole show is to break hospital property and then lie about it by gaslighting a mentally ill janitor whose name he never bothers to get.
I've been here for 8 years and I don't know your name. I call you the janitor. I'm sure I have asked you what your name is.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I definitely remember the one where he sleeps with Elliot and then literally immediately tells her he has no feelings for her. That was harsh.
My whole future was right there in front of me, and
I just walked away. All because of you. You finally have me.
Oh my God, I don't want her!
Yeah, he got her to break off her wedding and then goes and impregnates a different woman who he also doesn't end up with at the end because right before the finish line, he changes his mind for the 9th time and decides to nab Elliot back like it ain't no thing.
Were we just staying together because we were having a kid?
No.
Would you even be with me if I wasn't dropping this kid?
I don't know how to answer that.
That isn't so unusual in the sitcom world. Like, we have to watch the everyman discover himself, even if that means destroying a woman forever, ever, ever, ever.
Ever, ever, ever.
Which brings me to my pick, Leonard from The Big Bang Theory, who does the exact same thing when he finally sleeps with Penny.
You know how they say when friends have sex, it can get weird?
Which is after he breaks into her apartment while she is asleep, but before he cheats on her on a work trip and then tells her about it on their wedding night.
Remember a couple of years back when I was on that research ship in the North Sea?
What did you do?
Nothing. Really. It was just kissing.
All right.
And then later, he admits that he lied about that lie, and the truth is even worse.
You still see her?
What? No, not socially, but you know, just at work.
You work with her?
And they still get married that night?
Yes.
That is odd.
Leonard is king of the incels. He stalks Penny from day one and is incredibly pushy about it.
Wham bam, thank you, Leonard.
Look, I said I'm sorry. Can you please let it go?
How am I supposed to let it go? You used me for sex.
You are so funny.
Good.
And then even after they're married, it's implied that he tracks her location using her cell phone.
Phones can do that?
Yeah, depends on the privacy settings.
Oh, that's so cool. How do you turn that thing off?
Relax. I know when you go for a run, you stop for a donut.
And he's super smug. Like, literally the first action he takes in the entire show is mansplaining the history of Haiti to a black woman.
See, Papa Doc's capital idea. That's Port-au-Prince. Haiti.
And also, he's generally just, like, super creepy, and Penny even says as much.
How did you get her to go out with you? Well, she moved in across the hall.
And he started to slowly wear me down.
You were there. I wore her down.
He did.
So why the hell are they together?
My theory is Penny's undiagnosed alcoholism. See, they reference it constantly in the show, but nobody ever does anything about it.
I was really drunk.
I'm sorry. I'm genuinely concerned about your liver. Last night was fun, huh?
Yeah, it must have been. I just threw up in my closet.
You drunk?
We're all out of alcohol.
Leonard is this frustrated nerd who scores the stunning blonde by keeping her perpetually tipsy and then, like, doing her favors and buying her things.
What am I up to now?
Well, okay, with the Indian food, the pizza, the Thai food, the tank of gas, the frozen yogurt, and your rent, a little over $1,400.
And then once they're together, he calls her fat and dumb and bad at sex because nothing is ever good enough.
I may not have been entirely faithful, but you are not easy to lift.
I get it, because Dr. Leonard Hofstadter can't date a girl without a fancy college degree.
The sex was just fine. Wasn't great.
Leonard, it's very hard to feel sympathy for you.
Well, that whole group is toxic. I mean, they trick you into liking the characters by having them call each other out on their bullshit.
I'm sure your reputation can survive you shagging a little Indian boy.
What are you gonna do? He's from another country.
How can you be so racist?
Oh, come on, tell me I'm wrong.
What now?
He's just expressing his admiration that you don't even have to put out to get free stuff.
You are a selfish jerk.
Why are you being such a jerk?
You're surprised?
I love you too, Sheldon.
Really? Why?
Previously, I'd felt sympathy for the Leonard character. Now I just find him to be whiny and annoying.
But let's stick to protags, please. The pop culture detectives already did a whole piece on adorable misogyny.
But did you know Leonard once tried to score sex by building a bomb, committing treason, and then exploding an elevator?
What are you doing with rocket fuel in your apartment?
Joyce Kim was kind of curious about what I did for a living, and I was gonna kind of show it to her. As it turns out, she was a North Korean spy.
I mean, this guy is going to shoot up a sorority the day after Penny gets sober and leaves him. It's so obvious.
Bazinga.
Yeah, I guess Leonard wins.
Bazinga!
No, Leonard is still not the worst.
Bazinga.
You could argue that Leonard is basically working off instinct. Yes, he has sympathy problems and entitlement, but he's also not introspective.
Promise you're okay with everything from the car.
Oh my God, would you stop bringing it up?
You're right. Oh, I'm sorry. We have the rest of our lives to dredge up stuff from the past and fight about it.
It's like Amy said, they're a bunch of stunted little baby boys who don't really know any better.
I didn't mean to.
I know! You never mean to! It's the only reason people tolerate you!
It's not good, but it's not evil.
Which is also true of JD and Eric and Jim. Everyone is a product of their environment, and all these guys occasionally get called out or have to apologize or learn a lesson. So,
I guess in the end.
No, not in the end. I didn't get to my pick.
You picked Eric Forman. You don't get 2 picks.
No, Eric was my fake pick to lure you guys into the conversation, but without scaring you away by winning immediately. I'm a pop culture shark. Dead-on. Dead-on.
All right, I will begrudgingly approve of a second pick, but he better blow the rest of these creeps out of the water.
Oh, my friends, he does. For I this day speak of the devil himself. Human cancer, destroyer of worlds, architect of evil, also literal architect. Ted frickin' Mosby.
We already discussed Ted Mosby.
Textbook sociopath.
Oh, that actually sounds pretty cool.
Oh, and I can tie it all into Star Wars. I just need my phone back.
Approved.
Okay, it breaks the format of the conversation, but approved.
Kids, let me tell you the story of How I Met Your Mother.
Hey, everyman and every woman and everyone out there. Thanks for watching. We hope that you'll head on over to patreon.com/smallbeans if you want to support the show. So thank you so much for making this possible. We hope you enjoyed it, and we hope you'll stay tuned. Our sound guy's no good, though.
I mean, it's